Some people say money is evil. Maybe it is, but only if you use it the wrong way. If you spend money right, it seems to us that it can be a force for good. It's like a fertilizer for ideas. It's the manure of innovation. Spread it around, and it makes technology grow. And that benefits everyone. We went to Fintech Week in San Francisco looking for fresh, interesting projects that involve the technology of money. We wanted to get some good advice from people behind successful startups. For one thing, we wanted to learn more about the future of blockchain technology. For another, we wanted to learn about artificial intelligence. Is it really going to steal all our jobs? That wouldn't be good.
Very good. I think it's a good representation of some new technologies around fintech, regtech, a nice mix of the use of blockchain and AI type technology. Very nice.
I like it so far. We have free food, free drinks here. What else can you ask more, right?
Over 30 fintech and blockchain startups were on display. We had a chance to see them, talk to them, and learn more about them. Here are the ones we found most impressive.
Introducing RealKey, the future of home buying.
RealKey is mortgage and real estate technology. So what we do is we partner with mortgage loan originators, which includes banks, brokerages, franchises, title, escrow, inspectors, appraisers, so that we can pass the data and information that everybody needs. You don't have to install any software. I can actually go through and we can sync our screens within a browser, so I can see as you type, you can see as I type, so it really creates a better interaction and more transparency, so you really understand why am I asking for more information, why am I asking for more documentation, and ADP and Paychecks and all different systems you use to manage your finances, your credit, and your assets are staying up to date so that you don't get reconditioned for items, which is why, again, loans close late.
We solve an epidemic problem that compliance professionals face in getting their hands around what's happening in the compliance space. So we help provide them with focused intelligence. This is what you need to pay attention to. Here are the effective dates. Here are the trends that are happening, making their life easier so that they can do a better job of staying compliant.
My app is called Tipster. You can download it in the App Store. It's a cashless way of tipping. You can get a tip, you can give a tip. It's really, really simple. It integrates directly into your wallet and your iPhone. You can enter a credit card to the app directly if you want, or you can just go straight through your Apple Wallet, or you can use ACH payment functions. ACH payment goes out if you've received a tip, and you can also aggregate your tips on the app. So if you want to aggregate $100 worth of tips and take them out at the end of the week to go out to dinner, then you can do it that way.
Alias ID is Alias Identity Name Service. So basically, it's the DNS service for blockchain. With blockchain, you get issued a cryptographic hash, which is sometimes up to 34 characters, and link a mixture of random letters and numbers. So what we've done is we've translated your email address, your mobile phone number, or you can upgrade to registering a word just like you would register a domain name, and it gets translated to your public key. It's very straightforward and simple. So now you don't have to issue out this huge public key to anyone. You can just say, hey, send me some Bitcoin to my email address. Send me some Bitcoin to my mobile number.
The whole project will just be the automation of a big data right now, because there's not much automation that's going on in big data, and AI need the big data in order to be able to evolve a little more. The machine learning and stuff is not able without building the infrastructure within the big data. It's a tool for like data scientists, data analytics. That's the way to do that. And we have the platform that you can install like the Blue basically inside of our platform in there.
Keep in mind that San Francisco's FinTech Week is only one exhibition. There are lots of others, and the number of new startups is growing every year, even as high-tech industry in general continues to expand rapidly. Some praise the explosion in startup activity, but others see a problem. Could there be too many startups?
A lot of startups because there is a lot of money being thrown around. There are startups that receive funding that should not, and then there are startups that should receive funding that do not. It's all about the connections you have, past background. I think that over the next few years, we're definitely going to see a change in that. We're starting to see companies go out of business. We're starting to see companies go through and run out of funding and not get the next round that they wanted or get a lower round. And so that's going to go through and shake things up.
The problem is that even brilliant ideas can fail. The business world is a minefield, and the odds are stacked against the entrepreneur. One major mistake can be fatal. So here's advice from experienced people that might help you avoid such mistakes.
I would say stay focused. Don't try to boil the ocean. That's one of the mistakes that I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs make. Try to make a lot of promises and get carried away with various objectives as opposed to staying narrow and focused. Even though that seems slim and you get this question, don't you do this, don't you do that? The answer should be no until you nail and deliver that main value proposition, staying focused.
Timeline is the biggest challenge, and I think that's true with any startup, right? Like, it needs to be done quickly. You can see the market, and you can see the market developing around you, and you want to make sure you're the first to market. You want to make sure that you have the best product immediately.
Now, let's talk more about blockchain, AI, and fintech. They've certainly made our lives easier and more interesting, but not everyone's on board. Some people remain cautious.
Today there's a perception within the industry, if you talk to people, to end users, they're not necessarily sold on the value of AI and machine learning and automation. They view that as a suspect technology. They like the outcomes that they see, but if you ask them in isolation, hey, what do you think about AI? They kind of think about the way that they interact with Siri or maybe another automated system that's taken advantage of mirror learning. It's been not so stable, it hasn't been solid from a usage perspective. So I think it'll take time to build some confidence from the use of this technology, and as I said, that's just a matter of time. So that's one of the biggest challenges we face.
Some even fear that artificial intelligence will rise against us. Some believe that the machines will eventually wipe humanity from the earth. That's scary. But is it really something we need to be worried about?
I'll be back.
Well, at this stage, not really. It's still fairly far away, so I don't really want to guess on that. Because, I like to take it one step at a time right now. We don't know how far the technology will evolve. But the whole of big data is to automate stuff and to eliminate human error, basically. And slowly we just want to be able to eliminate all the simple human tasks.
Seems like the danger is not going to hit us right away. Maybe we ought to think eventually about taking measures to make sure humans remain relevant. But meanwhile, the machines, via blockchain and fintech, are making our lives dramatically easier. And there's a lot more innovation on the way.
And blockchain, again, it has maybe 12, I think a dozen or more different use cases from government, from healthcare, from legal, from supply chain, you name it, even education.
That's all for now.
My name is Kayvon Alakani.
Christopher Hussein.
Hannah Scott,
Matthew C. James.
Hubert Putra.
special
For a while, tech.
now.
But we've got a lot more great video about technology and IT on the way. And to make sure that you don't miss any of them, subscribe to our channel. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. See you soon.